Minister Lindsey Grant's assertion on the weekend that elements in his government were conspiring to have him charged by police for the incident between him and some police officers in January is confirmation for some commentators that the coalition has been divided and the relationship is fractured beyond repair. Political commentator Duncan Big Lice Watley is one who believes there is no path of return for Team Unity in light of Grant's statement.
But the general public is now saying, man, we have enough. We had enough of this. Let us go back to the polls. You see the statements going on Facebook. So we have reached to a point now that all we are waiting for is for it to as a local term, mash up, to be destroyed, and then we will see where it goes from there. It's obvious that the whole idea of the unity construct has reached to its limit.
But political analyst Peter Wickham is not quite convinced yet that there is rife disunity within the coalition.
I'm fully aware of all that's being said. But yeah, I mean, until such time as something is publicly uttered, the situation, the status quo remains as it is. The members of Team Unity are an interesting group because you have a majority PAM, you have a minority PLP, and then you have another minority in terms of the CCM. Any of those entities can easily destabilize Team Unity. And certainly if any of those entities get to a stage where they believe particularly aggrieved, they can withdraw their support and the whole thing comes tumbling down. Now, the fact that that has not happened suggests that if there are cracks, the cracks are obviously not that deep. And I think that the group has probably determined that their unity agenda, as it stands, although imperfect, is worthy of pursuit in the short term.
So if indeed the coalition is fractured, what other coalition possibilities exist? Mr. Wickham believes a coalition with the Labour Party or the Nevis Reformation Party is off the books.
I can't see how an alliance with NRP would make sense unless people thought that NRP would actually win seats and that would actually have federal influence and power. And I don't know that anyone is convinced of that right now because the NRP as it currently stands is not looking as though it's likely to be able to recapture power in a hurry. So the NRP is a very, very skeptical option, and I don't know that a politician will want to invest too much in terms of the likelihood that the NRP would emerge from an election in Nevis with seats in the federal election. That one I can be absolutely sure of. And then as far as Labour is concerned, Labour has shown a disinterest in unity unless it has been absolutely necessary. And Labour governed in office on its own until it was forced effectively to reach over to Nevis and to embrace NRP. They previously had an association with CCM years ago, and the history of that is well known. They have now pursued an association with NRP. My sense is that the association is entirely opportunistic.
For Mr. Watley, he foresees a possible coalescing of the Concerned Citizens Movement, CCM, and the People's Action Movement, PAM.
There's another school of thought that the People's Action Movement and CCM could form government. The People's Action Movement and CCM, now they have enough seats now, but I also believe they can convince the populace that, hey, PLP, the factions of PLP, their word is the problem. So give us a chance to run this government on our own. That could happen. Or, for the good of the country, some people will say, well, we had enough. We can't continue this way. Win or lose. Let us go back to the poll. I mean, they're different things. And so, why stay together when it's not working just for staying together still? That's like a relationship that's gone bad.
The police charged Grant this week for the incident which occurred 2 months ago, and just days after Mr. Grant, in his public statement, called on the police to have him charged for the incident or exonerated. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.